Priestess. Right now is the new moon in Cancer. Very emotionally driven, intuitively driven, sorry, energy. So, yes, let's see kind of what this new cycle is going to be providing for you, what you can expect moving forward. And what you can expect to shut out, right? That's a big thing. I feel like all new cycles require recognizing that you have to let some things go to make room for what's new. So let's see what that is for you. Venusians, romance, soulmates, and empathy. I love this. Could be connecting with a lover or new lover if you're not already in a connection. With the third eye, we have visions, manifestations, and meditation. So you could be manifesting a new love cycle. That's what it strongly feels like. You could be manifesting your divine counterpart. I love that for you. So let's see what you can expect and how to go about all that, right? Very beautiful energy. You see that there's like this ribbon kind of tied around them here, and to me that represents a soul connection, a soul tie, right? Something that you meet somebody and you're like, I've known this fool in every lifetime, and that's so inexplicable in words. Like the actual feeling of that, right? It's like that feeling is just, it speaks for itself, and a lot of people just don't get it, how you can be so close or so familiar with somebody that you don't know, like that you haven't known that long in your physical life, right? But it's because your soul has known them for so long. Bro, chill. Hey, chill. Alright, anyway. So the doggies want to have their own say. They said that a car drove by and now I'm in danger. No kidding. Just kidding. So, alright, let's see. Alright, we're starting out with the Strength card, Leo energy. It's funny, my last reading also started out with a Leo card. Could have a cross watcher. However, the Strength card represents strength, courage, and bravery, right? Perseverance. This is all about tapping into your higher self and really being guided by that. Right? Understanding the strength and gentleness, the strength in being unafraid to be vulnerable, right? Vulnerability is not weakness, that is a strength, right? And especially if you are bringing in a new partner, which that's what it feels like. And it definitely feels that it's going to require you to have strength, to not maybe respond in ways that you have before, right? To treat this like this is so brand new, you can't hold them accountable for what other people have done, right? With jealousy and, you know, those kinds of things. Like, you're treating this like it's so brand new that you've never been hurt before. And that's honestly the best way to approach these things, because then you give them an opportunity to show you a different way from what you've already experienced in the past with partners. Right? You give them an opportunity to really help you to embrace what love is, right? When you don't allow your trauma and your pain from the past to get in the way of being properly loved and loving properly. Okay, so this reminds me of the best quote from Timon in The Lion King when he says, "You gotta leave the past in your behind." He meant to say, leave the past behind you. So, with the Six of Swords, I see walking away from the pain, the hurt, the things that have really challenged you emotionally, mentally, even physically, however that worked out for you in the past. It's like walking away from old cycles and old ways of doing things, which we kind of have already elaborated on. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, this is releasing, right? Because the Four of Pentacles in the upright is like holding on to shit. It's like not letting things go, right? And so with that being in reverse, I see that you're really releasing now. You're not in that lack mindset of like, oh no, another love will never come and I'm just stuck with settling for blah blah blah. Instead, you're like, no, actually there is better, despite what I may have thought or what other people may have thought for me, right? It's like understanding that you can do better than what you have done in the past in regards to that. And really going after that and not settling, like not being willing. It's better to be alone than it is to be undervalued, underloved, and underappreciated, right? And so this is setting a standard for yourself that you will not allow certain treatment, right? You will not allow certain behaviors, or you won't tolerate it, right? So I shouldn't say you won't allow, because that means you're stealing somebody else's autonomy. It's not the case. You just simply won't stick around if they start acting a fool, right? And this reminds me of another quote I heard too, where it says, let people do what they want and see what they want to do, right? When you give people the freedom to be in themselves entirely, you don't control their actions, you don't act controlling, you just kind of sit back and you're like, okay, what do you want to do? If you're allowed to do everything, if I'm not putting rules and strict whatevers on you, who do you want to be for me, right? Do you want to show up as the right kind of partner? Do you want to do things the right way with me? Or are you going to play games? And that helps you to sort it out so fast, right? So you don't have to stick around and wait for them to hurt you, because they're going to do what they want regardless. The best thing to do is to see that sit back and see that what they really want is you and what you have to offer. And they want to go in with, sharing the weight of the responsibility of the relationship with you, right? It's very mature energy. When two people are so determined to choose love with each other every day, no matter the hardship, no matter what's going on, even in the hardest times, and you know, when you're feeling challenged. When you still choose that, that's genuine love, right? That's the truest kind of love. It's somebody who chooses you even when it's easy not to, right? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, this new opportunity, this new gift, right? This is a divine gift that's coming in for you. Something that is very valuable to your heart. This new opportunity, this new cycle that's coming in is really giving you a change of heart about the past with the Page of Cups in reverse. To release the pages, right? Because you realize that you're worth more than the pages. You're worth royalty, right? You're worth those who are equally yoked with you. And so you're letting go of the things that just did not show up correctly for you. The ones that are just not it. Yeah, we have Queen of Wands. And this is really your energy. Alright, this is passion, pursuit. The Queen of Wands is the most envied queen of the deck because she's so attractive. And not just physically attractive, spiritually attractive. She attracts opportunities. She attracts wealth. She attracts abundance. And so I feel that you're really stepping into that energy and attracting. Whether you're male or female, right? In tarot, gender's not like the same, right? It has more to do with the left and right side of your brain. Like, are you operating in the creative, spiritual side, or are you operating in the strategic, you know, logic side? You know, the leadership. And so, although I feel that there's leadership in both sides, you know. And so it has nothing to do with physical gender or mental gender. This has to do with what side of your brain you're operating on, because we all have feminine and masculine within us. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, like I said, letting go of those pages, letting go of the subpar offers, letting go of the things that don't deserve your energy. You could even be rejecting certain offers as they come in because you know what you want. If you're online dating, this would explain a lot. Being a little picky choosy. Being like, nope, don't want that one. Don't want that. Don't want that. And, you know, it's a lot of trial and error, right? And honestly, it's the best way to go about it. I mean, if you are going to be online dating, you know, to be very specific about what you want and to not compromise on that. Even if you're meeting people in person, you know, it's like, don't compromise on your values. Don't compromise on what you truly desire, right? Because what you truly desire exists, but you don't want to miss out on that opportunity because you settle for a page, right? What is your advice right now? The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. This showed up in my last reading as well. It says, your advice is to leave your comfort zone, to venture into the unknown, to do something very different from how you normally do it, right? And if, you know, if you are looking for love, which it looks like you are, my best advice to you is learn how to be a great lover. All right, learn about relationship skills, learn about emotional intelligence, research the fuck out of it. Right, you're an air sign, so research is easy for you. That's a hobby. Okay, like learning things is a hobby for air signs. Um, so learn about it. Learn about how to have successful relationships. Learn about proper communication in relationships. Learn about the non-negotiables of relationships, right? Learn about setting proper boundaries in relationships. You know, become a master of the art of relationships and you will attract the best kind of relationship, right? Five of Pentacles, feeling a bit lonely, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like it's hard to find somebody who matches you, right? That's understandable. That's so understandable, actually, especially for Geminis, because I feel like y'all catch too much hate, and a lot of people find out you're a Gemini, and then they're like, I would know, I'm an Aquarius, so I deal with the same shit, okay? My advice to you is to not make decisions out of feeling lonely. All right, you'll make bad decisions. Been there, done that. Okay. If you are in a feeling of feeling lonely or lost or whatever, at that time it's better to hang out with friends than it is to try to have a partner. Because you should feel less lonely with yourself, right? You shouldn't be romanticizing other people's relationships or what the media projects as a relationship or whatever. Because when you feel that wholeness, that oneness within yourself, it's so easy to attract somebody who matches that, right? You want to feel already whole. You're not finding somebody to complete you. You're finding somebody whose energy complements you, right? Somebody who doesn't take away your feelings of loneliness. Because, to be honest, a lot of the times people feel more lonely in groups of people than they do alone, right? And so it's not somebody who's going to make you happy and steal your loneliness away. No, you have to cultivate that within yourself, because they can't do that for you. No matter how much they want to try, they cannot. You are responsible for that, right? And that's part of emotional intelligence, is understanding that. You are responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your sense of loneliness. And they're not there to validate you. They're not there to, make you magically feel better. They're there as a partner in life, right? They're there because they want to be there, not because you need them to be there, right? So that, and oftentimes until you overcome that feeling, until you work through that, you won't find the right one, right? Because you have to let go of the outcome to manifest anything properly. You got to stop thinking about the outcome of being with somebody. Instead, think about the work that you're going to put into yourself to make yourself the best possible partner for somebody else, right? Love is about what you give, not what you get. And so it's not about what you're getting out of this. It's about what you want to give. And so you should watch this video by Abraham Tversky. It's called True Love Explained. And he goes through this whole thing. He starts it out by saying, "Young man, why are you eating that fish?" And the young man says, "Well, because I love fish." And he says, "You don't love fish. If you love fish, you wouldn't have taken it out of the water, boiled it, and ate it. You love what the fish does for you, right?" And much of what is love is fish love, right? So, and he goes on to talk about what the actual meaning of love even is, right? And so many people don't even understand that because they think, oh, this is what I'm going to get out of love. This is what love is supposed to be, what I feel, what, and that's so selfish. Love is not selfish, right? Love is not about you, it's about them. And if they feel genuine love for you, they're going to feel exactly the same way, right? And so focus on becoming the perfect partner, and the perfect partner will show up. But if you're focused on the outcome, you're going to settle for whatever partner shows up. So, that's my advice to you. Yeah, there's kind of a warning here with the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. You're gonna have an opportunity to settle, right? Somebody's gonna show up, and you're gonna be like, well, they're good enough, right? And you're gonna have a choice to choose that, but they're not actually your wish fulfillment. They're not actually what you want, and so I feel that that's cautionary, right? Like, not to make decisions based on if they're good enough. Right? You shouldn't have to compromise for, who you actually want. Or the kind of person that you actually want. Yeah, Seven of Cups tells me you have options, right? You have a lot of options, and they all offer something different. Take your time with making that decision. And every option is so uniquely different, right? They're all cups, but they're so uniquely different. And so you have to decide what is the right one. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is also telling you not to pursue them, right? Not to be the one taking all the actions, doing all the efforts, right? Trying to plan everything. Like, it's one thing to, take the initial steps, but make sure it's reciprocated. Make sure that they want to talk to you as much as you want to talk to them, right? Give them an opportunity to respond, right? Before you text them again. Give them an opportunity to plan a day to hang out. If you plan the first hangout, give them a chance to plan the second one. If they don't, goodbye. Right? Because they need to match your efforts. Right? So you can't be putting in 100 on somebody who's putting in 5%. It needs to be matched. So it doesn't matter how attractive, cool, whatever they are. If they're not matching that, you should not be settling for that. Because that shit gets old fast, and you're going to be like, you know what? This person does not want me as much as I want them, and that becomes the reason you leave, The Five of Pentacles fell from the table earlier, and it fell in reverse. See, I feel that feeling of loneliness and lack is going to be, turning around for you. Sometimes, when I'm feeling a little less than, I love to listen to the song The Man by The Killers. That song it like boosts your confidence. Like, you can't listen to it and not feel a little boosted by it, okay? So, I recommend that. I got gas in the tank. Got money in the bank. I got news for you, baby. You're looking at the man. Do, 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 do. Smashana Kali. Life as you've known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation ground. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. Nitya Kali. Through journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize that you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon for you. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. Khadga. A predestined series of events is due to occur according to divine timing. This has been orchestrated at a higher level to integrate the paths of people with whom you have soul contracts in this lifetime. Trust in the doors that close just as much as in the doors that open for you as a result. Tromanagmo. The spiritual cleansing and protective means necessary to overcome any obstacle shall be granted to you. You can trust in what is happening in your life, especially the things that are breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain that you might be experiencing now is so much less than the pain that would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. And this is what I have for you. Namaste. I love you all, and I will see you later.